Welcome back to Vidhammer. Going through another Gloomhaven playthrough, this time going through our 19th scenario so far. This one is scenario number 28, the Outer Ritual Chamber, as we try to do some good stuff to further the retirement goals for each of them. Timmy has got himself his nice handy-dandy little skullbane axe now, rewarded from the end of the last mission. He had just enough money to get it. So hopefully he'll be able to kill some things off. He has to kill 7 different undead things, living corpses, living bones, or living spirits. Mojo and Berry, of course, still need to kill elites. I think they still need to kill around 15 or maybe 14 more. So we're going to try to do that. They both want to get the juicy living corpse elite that's right here, but it's the only actual undead thing that starts in this map. Hopefully these guys will spawn a little bit of living bones, a little bit. Hopefully they won't do what they did last round and just spawn several times and then have the living bones just sit there and heal themselves, but we'll see. That all comes down to the luck of the draw. For a city encounter, we actually came up with the Savas that retired. Vim showed up at the local tavern, and we had drinks and everything, and he was kind of somber, but we got some reputation out of it. Lost a little bit of gold paying for all the drinks, but that's how it goes. And for a road encounter, we saw some birds up in the air. I decided not to take any chances, so we didn't take a shot at them. We just went on, so it's back in the deck. For short-term goals, Timmy's short-term goal is to be the first to kill something, which hopefully the first thing that goes down will be that living corpse. And since he's got the skullbane axe, I'm hoping that will help him to be able to accomplish that. And for Mojo's short-term goal, he's got the one to loot no treasure or money tokens throughout the course of this scenario. I looked at this, and we are playing it on hard again. The scenario effect is that the living corpse that is here is actually 2 levels higher than the monster mission level. So even though we normally would be playing on level 3 at this point for solo scenario, normally you'd be playing at level 2. Solo scenarios bump to level 3, so we're playing hard. They're level 4. So this guy is actually level 6, and he has 21 health. So yeah, that should be fun, but I've had to significantly change their card loadout for this, and I'm not taking his command action to have Berry to loot. So given the nature that he usually doesn't move very much through a scenario, I don't think this is going to be that difficult to pull off. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. We'll see how it goes. But there's no other scenario effects other than that. Just go in, kill everything, and try to win. So here we go. First turn, we're going to try to mix some things up as much as we can. Cultists, please don't summon. No, they're not summoning. And they're only just doing a regular attack. I'm okay with that. They're going to heal themselves, but I don't even think 66. Okay, he should be very well taken care of. At least I'm planning for that. Mojo and Berry are going to go first on this first turn. Of course, first thing is Berry has to attack. I'm going to shuffle up our attack modifier decks. So it's just an attack of 2 for Berry onto the living corpse. That's just 2 damage. Then we go to his actual turn. Mojo is going to start here with an attack of 2 with poison to it. Just an attack of 2. -2 is no actual damage, but he will get poisoned. So hopefully that'll help the rest of them out a little bit. Then we command and have Berry do an attack of 5. With the poison, that makes an attack of 6. So his 2 will go to an 8. Last thing we're going to have Mojo do is use this in order to bring out some frost. Ice, whatever you want to call it. And that we're going to need for Timmy's turn, which he's taking right now. He's going to be doing these 2 actions. This top one, we're going to be using that ice in order to do a stun on his attack of 2 with the poison is 3, -1 is 2, so 8 will go to 10, and he is stunned. We get an experience out of that, and for, I think, the first time ever, Timmy is on the experience board first. He won't be in the lead for long, though. Don't worry. Attack of 3 with the poison again on the guy. That'll bring out some nature at the end of the turn, but I'm doing it now anyway. But attack of 3 and the poison will make it 4 for 14. And we get some night out as well. Doop. Next up is the living corpses. Now, they're only going to have a move of 2 for the regulars and the elites. And with their current range, they're all going to go after, or at least have the focus of Berry, because they're tied at best with Timmy, and Timmy went later. So they're all going to try to get to within base contact of Berry if they can. Starting with number 3, we'll move 2 to there. And then number 5, we'll move 2 to here. And he'll do his attack, which is just an attack of 3 normally. Plus 1 is 4. Okay, he's going down. Boot. Then number 1, which can move 2 to there, and he'll do his attack, which is just an attack of 2. That's just 2 damage. 10. And then the last one will move 2, but will not be able to get within base contact. That's all for them. They heal themselves as well, but they haven't taken any damage. Then we're over to the living corpse, who is stunned. So all we're doing is taking the stun off. And we are going over to the next round, shuffling some decks, and gonna be ready to go. Turn 2, hoping we'll be able to make stuff work here and hopefully get that cultist killed off, or that living corpse killed off first. He's going 71. Hopefully we'll be dead before that comes around. And then cultists are going 63, and they're going to summon living bones and then suffer the damage. Okay, well, not the best of stuff, but hey, that's what we're going to have to deal with. That means Mojo and Berry up first. Berry will attack. The cultists are going faster initiative, so he's going to do an attack of 2 onto the elite cultist for 2 damage. Then we're going to have Berry go ahead and do his attack to all 3 of them. It's just an attack of 2 against the living corpse. It's poison, so it's 3 plus 1 more. That's 4. Takes him to 18. Then the attack to the living corpse, which again, an attack of 2 plus 1 is 3. He'll go to 5. And finally, we'll give him a command to do another attack of 3 on the elite living corpse. Attack of 3. He's not poisoned or anything, but Berry will heal himself. We pull an additional card. I have to remember to do that. It is a miss. Wrong. Sorry, bud. But we do pick ourselves up 2 experience for that. Timmy is next. We're actually going to use the bottom of this to move up 1, realizing both of those should have gone to waning at the start of this turn. But he will bring out frost or ice, whatever you want to call it at the end. And we're just going to use the top of the other card just to do an attack of 2 with the Skullbane Axe, which will make it an attack of 7. Plus 1 is 8. Yeah, he doesn't have that much health, so he is down and coin in his space. And Timmy picks up his first kill with the Skullbane Axe. Now it's the cultists' turn. They get to summon living bones and suffer damage. Starting with the elite that's in back, he will summon into this space, since that's the earliest, closest possible space for living bones. That helps us out a little bit. Since he is summoning right there, when the next one goes, there's no empty adjacent space for him to summon. There is a coin in that space. It's not empty. So he doesn't come out. Then he is going to spawn 1 right here, and he will spawn 1 right there. There we go. Okay, 3 living bones on the table. Not the end of the world, but they're going to be acting from this point forward, so not the happiest about that. But let's go over to the next turn, see if we can't deal with some of this. Yeah, the cultists all should have suffered 2 damage after spawning the living bones, so they're taking damage. Well, we got some ideas. Whether they'll work out or not, we'll have to wait and see. That's what we're doing here. How about Happy Cultist Man? Okay, just attack +0, not summoning living bones or healing anybody about living bones. Shield and heal to self. Hey, we can basically leave them alone. That's perfectly fine, which is good because they're going first, and they're going to shield. Now I have to remember they do have 2 shield now. So Timmy's first out of our guys. Even though this is looking pretty good, this was looking much, much better as far as being able to do some damage and hopefully bring some more elements out in the board. So it looks like this, which should now be at waning, we're not going to be able to use, but we'll be bringing it back out because we're going to do this right here on this group. We can target that whole area there. Yeah, or that way or that way. This is the best. It looks fine. So let's do our stuff, starting with this guy. It's just an attack of 1. So he'll go to 8, and we'll have even more frost at the end of all this. Then the second elite cultist, so that's an attack of 3. He'll go to 5. Then an attack of 1 on the other cultist. -1 is nothing. And then the living bones, who has a shield of 2, that's going to be nothing as well. All right, we did a little bit of damage, caused some hurt, and it will come out again, but it's already out. Then we're going to move to and bring out our wind. The cultists don't hit too bad. I think I might pull forward and grab that coin, but something tells me I just need to consolidate as much as possible and make it more difficult to get surrounded by like 3. But it doesn't matter. It's going to be 2 guys attacking us all the time anyway. Yeah, screw it. We're going there, grabbing the coin. Then cultists up. They're just going to do their regular move of 3, an attack of either 2 or 3. Starting with the elites, starting with this guy. So interestingly enough, this guy cannot get into base contact with any of the enemies. There are ways to move through, but he can't get any closer by doing it, even if he walks around, because he can't end his movement on another ally, which is the best he could do in moving 3. So he is going to stay right where he is and not attack. The other guy, though, he will, and he's going to go after Timmy, which is just an attack of 3. Oh, that's a miss. We'll take that. And then one of these guys will go. But this guy will go for Timmy. The other guy's going to go for Berry. This guy for Timmy for 2. He'll just take 2. 8 will go down to our 6. And then we got 1 for Berry. +1, that'll be 3 on Berry. So he's going to go 10 down to 7. Kind of needing some health over there. We're going to need a heal on the next round at least. I'll start discarding cards. Next up is Mojo and Berry, starting with Mojo's attack, which is going to go toward the skeleton, since the living bones, since they were first. It's attack of 2. The heal is nice. It's attack of 3, and he will heal himself for 1. But since it has a shield of 2, the living bones will only take 1 damage. Then we've got their attacks. Mojo is going to take a shot for an attack of 1, but targeting 3 things within range 4. We're going to target all 3 of them. Let's start with the cultist, just an attack of 1, so 1 on the main front cultist, I guess. Attack of 1 on the other cultist, +1, that'll be 2. And then the final cultist, again, +1, that's 2, that'll go up to 4. But we will get 1 for this when we have him do an attack of 2, targeting 2, which we're going to target both of the cultists again, starting with the elite here. Hey, heal yourself again, and an extra again with the miss, but we still get the heal. So 7 will go up to 9, and I need to make another one. But we also have an attack on the other living cultist, attack of 2 +1 is 3, so he'll go from 4 up to 7. Yeah, and remember to shuffle that deck this time and that one as well, and we'll hop into the next turn. We need to kill the cultists off. I got so much friggin' health. When the living bones went, he should have healed that damage to himself. I also should have used my stamina potion for both of my characters, and I should have used my power potion when I did my bigger attack. But, oh well, we're just going to leave it with that. What are they going to do? Living Bones are gonna attack -1. At least that's nice. Kind of them. And Mr. Cultist, summon more Living Bones and suffer more damage. Okay, maybe we can get them down to where they won't do. Ooh, actually, since we've got blue out, I think I probably will be stunning 2 of them. Since we go before then, yes. First up is going to be Mojo and Berry, starting with Berry hitting with his attack. The Living Bones are going first again, so he is going to be attacking here with his attack of 2. He only has a shield of 1 at this point, so he will take 1 damage. And we're going to have him heal for 5 to go from 9 to 14. Thanks for getting that back. And we'll get the experience for that and for this one, and we're going to do that attack as well on the Elite Living Corpse there. And yeah, we'll get into experience for that in the end. And he's also going to get a strengthen out of it, but he won't be using the strengthen yet. He will be doing the attack. I just did that in the exact opposite order. But it is an attack of 4 on the Elite Living Corpse, so he will go to 13, which means he's got 1 left. Or no, 2 left, excuse me. But even if he summons Living Bones, he will die afterwards. Which means if I stun him, he won't suffer that damage. And he can't spawn anybody anyway. Sweet. We can just sit there and let him die. Yay. Next is going to be Living Bones. So we got our attack -1, but they are targeting 2 targets if they can. But their move is +1, so they got a movement of 4. So we start with number 3. 1, 2, 3... yeah, he can't get into base contact with anybody but Mojo, so it will be 1, 2, 3, or actually through his friends, 1, 2, 3 to there, and take his chop shot attack of 2, +1. He's taken his first little bit of damage. 7 can get within base contact of 2, so he can actually go 1, 2, 3, 4. Realizing now that sucks because it opens up the spaces for them to be able to summon 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to go for his attack against Mojo and Berry. Attack of 2 against Berry is just 2. And an attack of 2 against Mojo, -1 is just 1. Finally, number 8 will move into this spot since he can get to base contact of 1 other person, but he can't get within base contact of 2 from that spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what you have to go there. So he's going to stay there, do his attack of 2 on Timmy. -1 is just 1. Now we got to move some before the cultists come out and do their stuff. Oh, Barry and them already did, so it's all down to Timmy. You got to do it, man. Well, I thought that this was a target 2. It's not. That's only a push of 3. So I could stun 1 person, or I can do the attack stuff. This guy is going to die at least when he takes the damage, so I think I'm going to use this as an attack of 3 on this guy, so I won't be at disadvantage. And if I do actually do 3 points of damage, I will be able to kill him. So let's just go ahead and do that. Use the blue for an attack of 3. Times 2 is 6. Hey, that's fine. It's going to kill him off. Drop a coin in the spot. At least that's 1 less Living Bones that's going to come out when the time comes, which is rapidly approaching. We don't gain any experience for it because it was the opposite side that we needed, and we didn't use this card, but I can use this to move 2, which actually I think I will use to move 2 and pick up that other coin. I am using my stamina potion for Timmy this round to regain some cards. Finally, we are over to the Cultist. We got these 2 cards back, ones I want to use next round if things go according to plan. Time for the Cultists to go, and we will summon and suffer. Starting with number 3, we'll summon into this spot. That guy comes in, and now he goes to 9. This guy will summon into that spot, and then he'll suffer 2 and die. Dropping a coin. And finally, the last guy will summon here, and then he will take shuffle decks and get ready. See what happens, Mr. Culties. They got shuffled. Shuffling right to something good. All right. They're going to heal. I really don't like that. At 39. Since they're going to heal before Berry gets a chance to go. Oh, well. Nothing we can do about it now. And they're going to heal as well. Okay, everybody's going to heal this turn. That kind of sucks. It's not too bad, because the living bones are going to go first right now. Shield and heal themselves. And only that guy is going to heal for 1. But they do have a shield of 2 now instead of a shield of 1. Don't like that. Timmy is going to stick with his plan. We are going to do the top of this card to hit everybody within range 2, which will be the Elite Cultist and 3 of the Living Bones. It's an attack of 4. We're going to burn our minor power potion to make those attacks of 5. And yeah, we'll get some other stuff out afterwards. But first, let's do our attack of 5 all the way down the line, starting with Elite Cultist Man. Attack of 5, so he goes to 14. He's got 1 health left. He's going to heal himself for 1, so it's not too bad. That'll bring red out. Second one, attack of 5. I'm just going to go this way. Okay, fine, I'll go initiative order. Attack 5 on number 3. He's got a shield of 2, so he takes 3. And we'll get blue out at the end. Attack of 5 here. Again, that's 3 damage. And you're going to get some of that blue out. It's already there. Attack of 5 here. Plus 1 is 6, so he'll take 4. Or 2 and 2, since I don't have any more of the big 4s. There we go. But that's all for his attack. We're also going to get fire and wind out. Fire's already out. Wind is out. Gain experience. Burn the card. Poop the pants. Then we'll do the bottom attack here. An attack of 3, which is also going to get darkness out, which I could use to just take this guy out now. Or I could try to put damage on him. I think just kill him now. Go for this guy. Go for this guy and kill him now. Alright, he did. Cultists are going to be next. We've only got 1 on the board with a non-elite guy. Hey, at least we've got him down to only 1 of them left. He still has a move of 2, so he can move here and actually get a trap shot on Timmy for an attack of 2. It's a miss. Yay. Always nice when those guys come out. And that's all for the cultists. Oh, he will heal himself for 1. Doot. Then we will go over to Mojo and Berry, starting with Mr. Mojo, who is strengthened, who is going to do his attack at the living bones. Since they were going first, it will be at number 7 right here. It's strengthened, so we'll get 2. Hey, that's nice. Then he's going to attack a 4, and he will heal himself for 1. We'll go to 13. Strengthen is used up. It's an attack of 4. He has a shield of 2 because of their bonus, so he'll only take 2 damage. And go to 5. I'd really like to use that pierce attack against the skeletons. I could probably kill this guy off, and maybe that one or the other. But I really think we need to just continue doing damage on the cultists and hope the living bones continue to heal themselves, because they like to do that so much. So we're going to do an attack of 3, even though it has pierce, which we don't really care about. But Berry's doing an attack of 3 over there. That's plus 1, that's 4, so he's going to go to 7. And then we're going to use the bottom of this just to do a move of 2 for Mojo over to there. Try to get him out of the way. We're also going to gain experience for that one, and that is all for them. They're going to use their stamina potion at this point to get back a couple of cards to use for next round. And once they do, we'll be over to the next round and going for it. And all this stuff is coming down to waning, right? Because all that happened on his turn of, yes, burning the card and doing all that crazy stuff. So there we go. Moving over, yeah. Doing stuff. Next round is up. It's the last 2 cards for both of them, and their stamina potions are already burned, so they're going to have to rest after this. I forgot that the elite cultists were supposed to have curse. I don't know how many attacks they actually had. I know the one back here didn't actually attack anything. But the one who was closest, I think, got one attack off. I think. So, yeah, I'm gonna put one curse card in with Mojo and Berry's deck, because I'm pretty sure that's where the attack would have gone. Cultists are going to do a little attack. At least they're not going to split or heal themselves. Living Bones have been freshly shuffled into... Yeah, target one enemy with all attacks. Ooh, that's not so good. They do have move as well, so that means Berry is going to be taking a lot of damage, and that is not good at all, because I don't have any move backup for him either. Oh well. Given the nature of that, we had planned to do a significant swipe for damage, which actually might not still be a bad idea. They're not going to be shielded more than that. So he might be able to take out 2 of these Living Bones right now anyways. So they're the bigger threat, 2 attacks of 3. The Cultist will have 1 attack of 2. We can leave him for this turn and attack the Living Bones with both of these. With the shield, we're going to throw this attack on this guy right here. Well, first, Berry's got to do his thing. The Cultists are going faster, so he will do his regular attack of 2 on the Cultist. Plus 1, 3. Hey, guess what? That guy is down. That makes that a little bit even more merry. That was clutch coming through. Now we've got to do attack of 3 and an attack of 5. So we'll have the attack of 3 go here and the attack of 5 go there. And hope that that's going to be enough for this stuff. So attack of 3 on the skeleton, -1, that's 2. He has a shield of 1, so he will only take 1 damage. That really sucked. Oh well, that was the one that kind of needed to happen. And the other one is attack of 5, plus 1 is 6. That guy's down. But he is summoned, so he doesn't drop any coinage. Gaining 1 experience for that one. Then we're over to the Cultists. Guess what? They're all dead. Yay! Yay for no more Living Bones spawning. Then we're going over to our buddy Timmy at 48. And we're straight up going to be using both of those to do ourselves an attack of 5. And... Yep, we'll do attack of 5. He's got a shield of 1, so he takes 4. That's 7, which for the Living Bones, that's enough to kill him off. So that guy will go down. We'll bring blue back to strong for the next round. And at least that's 2 more attacks that aren't going to happen to Berry. Best defense is the good offense. So we did that. We are getting experience for that. And then the bottom side, I think we'll just go ahead and loot 1 and just grab both of those coins right there. Now it's Living Bones and they're whopping attacks. So here they come. He will move forward 2. He's in base contact. Now he's going to do 2 attacks for 3 against Berry. First attack is 4. Second attack is 2. So he'll take 6. From 13 to 7. Number 5 will do 2 attacks at Timmy for 3. Times 2, that's 6. I'm going to have to discard a card. And then we'll take 3 damage after that. And that really hurt because he doesn't have any cards in his hand, so he's got to lose 2 cards from his discard pile. And he's going to be resting next turn, so they're going to have to lose 3. Well, we're ditching these 2 and going over to the next guy's turn, which now, again, is 2 attacks for 3 on Berry. Attack of 2 and an attack of 3, that's 5. So he'll go from 7 down to 2. Berry, this is kind of rough here, because then number 8's got to go, and he can go 2 to right there and do 2 more attacks for 3. Oh, it's attack of 1. He can take that, and then he's going to have to discard a card or let Berry go down on the next card. And I think we're just going to go ahead and discard a card, which if we do, again, he's out of cards, which means he's going to have to do 2 cards instead of 1. Oh, that was a bad time for that. 2 more cards discarded, but at least the skeleton's onslaught of death is finally concluded. And we can go over to the next turn. It's just us and the living corpses. All we have to do is find some way to survive. Well, I wish I could long rest with Timmy to get his axe back, but I've got to get some more of these guys down. With him at 2 health and these guys going to be able to attack 2 targets, the likelihood of them moving into place and doing damage and him having to discard even more cards, 2 cards apiece from his discard pile, is too high. So I'm short resting with both of them. This is the card we drew to lose for Timmy. I'm going to let it go. And this was the card to lose for Berry. I'm also going to let that one go. And we'll, all right, get ready for the next round. Things were going pretty good, and then they went to really bad really quick. Okay. Attack +1, move -1. They're not going until 64, so I think we might be... oh, no, we won't be able to change any strategy. But I think we might be able to get far enough away so these guys won't be able to attack 2 targets. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. We're going to start with Berry first. Mojo wants to do some stuff. Ooh, we could command him to move back, but no. Let's just, first things first, he's got to do his attack. Number 2 is the lowest number, so it's just an attack of 2. +1 is 3. Shield of 1 takes it back to 2. Yeah, it's not going to do me any good to try to move away from them. So we're going to just stay with doing an attack of 2 on all 3 of them and healing for 5. We will heal for 5, go from 1 up to 6. We'll gain 1 for that and 1 for that, so we'll just make the 7 to 9. And then an attack of 2 on all 3. Attack of 2 on the first guy, +1 is 3, shield of 1, he takes 2, goes to 4. Attack 2 on the second guy is +0. He has a shield of 1, but he does take 1, and that's enough to kill him off. Then an attack of 2 on the last guy, +1 is 3, shield of 1, he'll take 2. Well, this did a good amount of damage. It's just a matter of these guys having so much hit points, and they're going to hit hard again. But that was all for Mojo and Berry. And then next up is Timmy. What can we do with 2 attacks? Blue is out, so we can do an attack of 3 and an attack of 3. So where are we going to put them? Let's start by using that top piece. We use the blue. We're going to do an attack of 3 here. +1, please. Ooh, ×2, even better. All right, takes that guy out. That, well, it probably would have been better if that was used on the next attack, but that's okay. Then we're going to do our bottom attack here for an attack of 3 against this guy. The ×2 would have been perfect there. The attack of 3, shield of 1, so he goes to 4. And we're going to get some fire out, and we're going to get some night out for next round. And we're going to use our invisibility cloak to go invisible. Finally, we got our living bones and some more ouch time. Number 5 will go first. He has a move of 2. Oh, he has a move of 2, so he can't get into that spot. So he will move up 1 to take a shot at Berry for an attack of 4. +1 is 5. Well, that takes him to 1. We're going to have to discard another card to negate damage in just a second, because this guy can move here. He will do... Actually, I wonder if I should just go ahead and have him negate that shot, since we know he's going to have to on the next one. Yeah, let's go back up our 5 to 6, and we will discard a card to negate that shot that just happened. Okay, we're ditching that to negate that damage. And then this guy will walk up and do his attack of 4 to Berry first. -1, that's 3. Okay, that came out a little bit better. And then an attack of 4 against Mojo as well, which will be 4. And living bones are done, and the turn is done, and it still looks rough. Really rough. Going into the next turn, I'm realizing things aren't going to be going too well since we still have 2 other rooms to get through this. What I'd really like to do is get another kill for Timmy to try to get his axe thing going. So since he's invisible, he's going to long rest. Mojo and Berry are going to go at 14. Living Bones are going to... Oh, great. They're going to heal themselves, and they're going to attack and do all kinds of lovely. That's just wonderful. And they're going to do that at 20, but they're not doing that until after Mojo and Berry go, which is going to be first. So first up, Berry's got to do his attack towards the lower guy. That's attack of 2, -2. That's attacking nothing. The Living Bones will try to attack 2 people if they can. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to have Berry move and then do +1 attack to, or have Mojo move and do +1 attack to Berry's actual attack. So Berry's going to be attacking for 6. And I think we're just going to have him shoot towards the guy who's already wounded and hope that it'll take him out. Because then it's only 1 attack that's happening to us. So yeah, doing our attack there. Big attack is 6, +1 is 7. Yeah, he's only got 3 health left with the shield, so he's down. At least that's to 1 living corpse left, 1 living bones left. We're not going to gain any experience for that either way we chew it. And then we're going to have to chew the living bones. Doing his thing, he's just going to stand right there and just do a regular attack of 3. -1 is 2. He'll actually not lose a card from that. Holy cow. And then he heals himself for 2, but he's already at max health. So we will reshuffle that deck. And then Timmy's got to finish his long rest where he will get his axe back. He'll go from 2 health up to 4. And we're going to have to discard 1 of his cards. And yeah, we'll choose and then go to the next round. And our next round, let's just go as quick as we can. Maybe we're faster than a freshly shuffled Living Bones. 20. Timmy is faster than the freshly shuffled Living Bones, but that's it. This guy's going to heal himself, but that's not going to matter. Which means Timmy's going to come out, and we got to do our stuff. First being taking a shot at disadvantage, because the guy is right there, but I want to soften him. Okay, disadvantage is 0, but that's still 3. He's got a shield, so he does take 2. And then we'll do our using this as a punch for 2, plus the axe for +5. That's an attack of 7. Right on. That kills that guy off. We do get another kill for Timmy's Skullbane axe. And then we'll have to do Mojo and Berry's turn. Blue is going to come out. Those actually have gone to nothing. Did we pick up any experience? No. But black is going to come out because we did the bottom action. Yep. Mojo, since Berry's not going to go anywhere, Mojo is just going to double heal. Heal 1 to all allies. So 1 for Berry and 1 for Timmy. And then he's going to throw a heal on himself for 4. So his 1 will go back up to 5. And that's going to be it for this turn. No experience there. And yeah, maybe we can get through here and do one of these rooms, get some more stuff. We'll see how it goes. Next turn is pretty easy. Berry and Mojo are going to long rest. Timmy's going to do his thing since he's the only person acting on the board. Those I'm pretty sure are there. He's going to heal Berry for 3. He was at 2. He's going to 5. And we're going to get some sun out. And he's going to walk 2 spaces and pick up that coin. We're getting significantly low on cards, so I just have to look at this as get what we can from this run. No experience in that, but Yeah, then Timmy's going to long rest in his next turn. At the end of the long rest, this is the card we're losing for Mojo and Berry. And yeah, we'll pick for Mojo and Berry and get to the next turn. Following turn, Timmy's doing the long rest, so Mojo is just going to go for some heal action for both himself and Berry. Heal himself for 4, so he'll go up to his 9, and he'll Berry for 5 to go to 10. Timmy will finish his long rest. I've already got the card out that he's going to be discarding. Got to go for some non-AoE effects, single target damage to get through things. I was planning on going through that door, but then I kind of changed things. He will get that back. Those go inert. That goes waning. And we go to next turn. So I'd really like for Timmy to be able to go first this round, but he doesn't have any quick cards left. I'm going to have Mojo do the move 3 and go 1, 2, 3. Hop onto the door and then hop back, which will reveal the area. He's not adjacent to an ally. He gave up his boots, so kind of regretting that decision now. And then the top card over here is the only thing really Berry can do because it's already happened. He doesn't have any movement or anything left, so he doesn't do anything. And yeah, they're going to have to short rest at the end of this turn. But that means now the Night Demons are out, and they're going to do their thing. Okay, so they're going to have a move of 5 and 4. He's going to start with a move of 5. 1, 2, 3 is all he needs to go to get his attack on Mr. Mojo. Oh, God. Well, it's an attack of 5. -1 is 4. +2 is 6. So he will go down 3. That was nice, buddy. Thanks a lot. The second one only has a move of 4, so it cannot get into base contact. It will stop one right behind. And wait, and that's all of their turn. Then all adjacent enemies and allies suffer 1 damage. So he's just going to suffer a damage. Suffer. That's out, so it would go to dark at that point. And that's it for him. Timmy's got to do some stuff. We're going to have him launch this one at range. He can actually hit both of them with an attack of 1. Now, attackers have disadvantage to everything against the Night Demon. So the first attack of 1 here, disadvantage, that's a miss. Then the attack against the back Night Demon, disadvantage will just be a 0, so he'll take 1. 2. And then we're going to launch this one, which I think we're going to have to go with the Elite because that's what Mojo's going to be targeting most of the time anyway. Again, it's disadvantage with an attack of 3. Oh, that ×2 would have been nice, but instead we'll just do 2 damage instead. Black and blue are going to come out, which is fitting considering what's about to happen to us. And we will go into the next round. We're taking a short rest with Mojo and Berry. This is the random card we drew to lose. We've got to let it go. And we're going to try to go quick, as quick as we can with Mr. Mojo and Mr. Berry. Hopefully Berry can get up and clog that spot from the other one coming through, but nope, they're going to go move 4. So they're going to be faster. So much for that idea. They will go first. Starting with the guy who's there, he's just going to do his attack -1 on Mojo. Oh boy, that was nice. It's a good time to have that. And then the rear one, unfortunately, since Mojo is closest, he is going to go up and take the swipe shot at him. And that's going to be an attack of 4. -1 is an attack of 3, but it's still going to mean, yeah, it still means we got to lose a card. So yeah, not much left to do, but get rid of one of the cards we got in our hand. I guess we'll get rid of that one. Got one card left in hand, 2 cards on the table. Black will come out again. And then our Mojo and Berry. So first, Berry will take his action. He will move and do his simple attack of 2. It's a disadvantage, of course. It's a miss. There's that curse card showing up. At least that's out of there. Then we'll do a heal of 5 on Berry. And then an attack of 5 on the non-elite. At disadvantage. Just 5. Straight 5, 1 going to 6. Then we've got Timmy, who could throw a heal, but there's no way we're gonna use that blue in order to stun. We'll stun the elite for next turn. That way it won't attack. Mojo hopefully won't get an attack. Yeah. Attack range 3. He's got it. Disadvantage. Hey, some red or blue, either way. I guess we'll put blue back out there, or red, I guess, since it's the least advantageous of it. Blue is used to stun. He'll take 1 damage and a stun. Then we're going to move up 1 and just chill out there. Those go down. We got to take some short rests, both characters. Get to it. I'm going to see if I can't at least maybe grab that chest. Short rest for Berry, he actually took a damage so that he wouldn't get rid of one of the other cards. He's losing this card instead. And Timmy is losing that one. Let's see what Nighty the Demons is going to do. They've decided to do that. 41 at least. Okay, well it's behind one of them, because Mojo and Berry are going to go 14. So first up is Berry going to do his attack. We're down to just the last 3 cards in Mojo and Berry's deck. This is at disadvantage. Hey, look, that's got to be, the miss was on dead bottom, right next to the ×2. But still, he's just going to do an attack of 2, so that 6 is going to go to 8 damage. You guys almost dead, almost. And we're going to be reshuffling that deck as soon as we, yes, because of right now, because we need to do a move of 3, shield 1, affect 1 adjacent ally, which I guess we'll go back 1, 2, 3, and shield Mr. Berry. So Berry's got himself a shield of 1. And then Berry's going to do an attack of 4. But it's again at disadvantage, and I don't have any cards left, so I've got to reshuffle my deck. So attack on the non-elite. Hey, it's disadvantage, but it's still going to be enough to kill him off. Dwong, and we had 2 health left. So he's down at least. That is unfortunately the last 2 cards that they had, so he'll be able to, Mojo can long rest, but he won't be able to do anything else next turn. Mojo Berry will still act. Forget it. Night Demons are next, but unfortunately the only one on the board is stunned, so he doesn't do anything. And then Timmy, we were planning on doing the shot and hitting both of them. There's only one guy out there now. So rather than burning the cart, we're just going to do the bottom of this for an attack 3, range 4, disadvantage, 2 shots. That's a miss. And we'll heal. We'll heal ourselves for 3. There's no point in healing either of them. They're about to be exhausted here. So yeah, we'll heal ourselves for 3, and we'll go from 7 up only 1 point to 8. Because those go down, that comes out next turn. So I'm not exactly sure if this is the right way of going about this, but I'm going to take a long rest with both of them, which means their initiatives are 99. But Berry actually goes just before 99. So if they're both the same, I can decide as far as who actually breaks the tie. So I'm saying that Mojo is going to actually be first in that 99, and Timmy is going to be second, which means Berry is actually going first out of all 3 of them. So now, when it comes down to the Night Demon's turn, who should be reshuffled, the focus is whoever's going fastest, which will actually be Berry and not Timmy. I'm doing that for a very specific reason. They're all at 99, so the Night Demon will go. Oh, he's not going to move. That just does all that and takes it away. Oh well. So the Night Demon's going to do his attack -2, range 3, targeting 3. So he'll target all 3 of them with just an attack of 3. I got to reshuffle that deck. But I had a cool idea. I was hoping that he would step forward and attack Berry, and then next turn he would be able to do his move 4 with his boots to move 2 more and actually grab the chest at the end of his turn. And now he can't, because he only has enough cards for 1 more turn and not 2. So, oh well, so much for that idea. Miserable, stinking Night Demon. Okay. We're doing our attacks of 3 against Berry. That's 4. You'll go to 11. This is all just silly stuff right now. Then an attack at Mojo. Why am I doing 2 cards for these? It doesn't have advantage or disadvantage. The first attack should have been that one, a +1. The second one at Mojo should have been a +1. He only has an attack of -2. So 4 damage to Mojo and Berry. He would have to discard both of the cards from his discard pile, which are the only cards he has left. And then the next card actually would have been this one, -2, -2, or yeah, for an attack of 1. So his A goes to 7. It doesn't matter. We know the next thing he's going to do is miss. But we shouldn't have that information anyway. And if black is out, everybody would be muddled, but it's not. That would actually be waning. Then that would be the end of the long rests. Berry and Mojo would become exhausted. He would have to lose one of his cards, which we could say is that one. That card lost. He only has 2 cards left. It's the last round. We just go into it, and it's not going to matter because we don't have enough damage or ability to do anything. He would go first, move -1. Oh, now you want to move forward. Thanks a lot, buddy. Attack +1. That's an attack of 6. Hey, guess what you got? You got a miss. That's all for him when that comes out. And then here, we might as well do what we can. Oh, actually, we can't. No, black is out. We can do this. We can burn this card to attack him with an attack of 4. +1's an attack of 5. I'm going to pull that from the monster deck. Disadvantage. Hey, who wants some frost? Nobody cares. It's not enough damage to kill him, but we would gain an experience out of it for burning that card. So that would at least get him to 4. And we can use the bottom action to move 2 and pick up that coin. At that point, it is the end. He doesn't have enough cards. He is exhausted. The scenario is failed. Short-term goals don't matter because they didn't actually win. But we got a couple of axe kills for that. I think we might have gotten an elite kill for them. And this one was really tough, even though it started out really well. So I think we're going to go back to town, lick our wounds, do some stuff, maybe buy some upgrades or something. And I think we will come back and try this on normal difficulty next time. And hopefully have a little better success. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one.